What is happening, y'all, today? Well, ain't much going on around here other than it's snowing. Yeah, my van is a mess. I'll do something about that. But, so, yeah, what's happening with y'all today? So, it's Valentine's Day weekend. Some of y'all happy Valentine's. Some of y'all are lucky enough to have somebody in your life to give a fuck about you. And then some of y'all aren't. Uh, so, there's a lot going on around me, as you can see. I'm sitting on a side street, but my other van is behind me. But yeah, so Valentine's Day weekend. What was I saying? So some of y'all have somebody, and some of y'all don't have somebody, and some of y'all are renting somebody to have. um, yeah, this is the last holiday that's rough for me. I don't know if y'all. Well, of course you've noticed. Like I haven't been consistent with the videos lately. At least not for just about the whole winter. That's because the holiday months are really difficult for me. Um, I lost my grandmother on my birthday. It was 10 years ago. And Thanksgiving sucks. Christmas sucks. New Year sucks. And Valentine's Day normally sucks. Normally. Today it wasn't so bad. Somebody randomly hit me up this morning with Valentine's Day thing. So, yeah, uh, which was different because I wasn't expecting that, but it's all good. Today for me is also my cousin's birthday. The cousin that I talk about in some of my stories, the one that passed away. Um, he was probably the closest person to me that has ever been close to me. And it's a really difficult day for me today. But uh, I'm still making it work. Aside from that, it's snowing, and I mean, I don't mind the snow, but it'd be nice if it would accumulate into something and not just be enough to make a mess. But it's okay. It'd be nice if me and my son could go sledding in it or something, but it ain't enough. At least not here is not enough. But as I was saying, so yeah, today is my cousin's birthday. He passed away 2013. He had diabetes and he didn't know it. He went to the hospital twice and they told him nothing was wrong with him, and he went home and passed out and had diabetic coma. With that being said, don't trust the doctors. Always, if you don't feel good or you feel like something's wrong with you, don't be afraid to get a second opinion, because sometimes people don't know what the hell they're doing. Now, we have this thing here called PG Hospital. It's where people go to die. And I've had my bad experiences with PG Hospital. They've locked me in a broom closet before and all kind of craziness. So uh, I don't recommend anybody going there because he went there before he died. And if he would have went somewhere else further out, I believe he'd still be alive. But PG Hospital, don't ever do that. That's a bad situation. And yeah, so rest in peace, Mr. Mo. You missed quite heavily. And on to the next thing, next subject at hand. My neighbors, oh, well, not my neighbors, but my mother's neighbors, don't like me very much. And every time I get a new car, they call the county on me to put an orange stick on it. And it ain't no different with the van. So I've come to the conclusion that, see, the problem with the van is that I don't have a title. Now, it's nothing for me to get a title. I can get a title. I ain't worried too much about the mold in there and all of that. PA Nomad and my other buddy Ken was supposed to come help me with that. I'm sorry, I got a lot going on around me. If y'all don't know me, then I can tell you now, I try to stay aware of my surroundings at all times because I don't trust nothing in this area. I'm not saying it's a bad area, but it's a bad area. But anyway, uh, yeah, I'm not worried about the mold and stuff. It's not as bad as it seems. I mean, given, yeah, the seats, they need to come out, which they're already out, believe it or not. And the carpet definitely needs to come out. But the wood and everything is still good. There is no mold on it, surprisingly. I wouldn't be surprised if there was mold spores on it or something to that degree, but I'm not seeing nothing that's screaming, hey, this is moldy. But all the fabric definitely needs to come out. There's no question about that. But even with that being said, I ain't got no title to it, so it's not like I can just run and go get tags. Now, the tags that are on it actually go to it. They're just expired. Um, and so I've come to the conclusion that maybe I'll let it go. And the reason that I'm letting it go is mainly because people are fucking with me. And if it wasn't for that, then I'd be holding on to it. But just like I said, I can't go get tags. If I go get tags, I'd be holding on to it. So it's kind of frustrating. Um, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm tired of fighting with people. It's really my time to really just kind of get out of here, but I don't know, man. I just really need to get out of here, quite frankly. Um, I don't have a reason to stay other than my son. Uh, hey, fat man, I know you watching, boy. But I don't really have a reason to stay other than him. Um, and I mean, I can always come back for him at any given time. If he needs me, I'll be here. But other than that, I'm not having any luck in this area, and I think maybe it's time for me to roll out and stuff. I've been waiting for PA Nomad to get his thing together so we can roll, uh, but it ain't quite happening. And I'm tired of people fucking with me, and I'm about to roll. And I don't know where I'm going is the messed up thing because I'm not sure where I'm going. It's not that I don't know where I'm going. I'm not sure where I'm going. And I don't know how long I'm going for. But I can definitely say that Florida is in my future. Savannah, Georgia is in my future. And North Carolina, South Carolina, of course. I got to go through them to get anywhere else. And yeah. Which leads me into my next thing. And it annoys the hell out of me, but I find that it's happening more and more and more. And it's really messed up because for a lot of reasons it's really messed up. If you want to live this life, you can live this life. It's a really good life to live. It's healthy, it's kind of organic in a way. It's not really, I mean, you don't spend any money, and if you're making money, then you live richly. It's really not a hard life to live. It's only hard for people who don't understand it or who want you not to understand it because they're stuck in the world of paying bills and paying rent and paying and having all of this stuff that they say that we need to be normal. Yeah, you don't need none of that stuff. All of that stuff is bullshit. That's just to keep you down, keep somebody else higher up, and that be that. No, that's not how you should live. That's not living. That's not living. Living is being free. Living is freedom. Living is being warm year round, no matter where you're at. You know, God didn't intend us to be stuck. If He intended us to be stuck, we wouldn't have legs. We wouldn't have the opportunity to make things with wheels on them to travel far distances and things of that nature. He wouldn't have gave us the opportunity to have a van or a minivan or whatever you want to dwell in to make your life decent. This life has afforded me not to have to suffer from depression as bad as I would be suffering from depression if I was in the sticks and bricks. If I was in the sticks and bricks, four walls and nobody there, no noise, yeah, Brother Tom be dead, because ain't no way in the world that I would survive that. Um, so with that being said, don't let nobody tell you that you cannot. I always told my son that he can do whatever he want to do, whatever it is. Now, it might not always be easy. God knows sometimes things ain't always easy. Even this life isn't always easy. However, it's easier to live this life than it is to live in a sticks and bricks life by a long shot. And you can live richly. You can go do what you want to do whenever you want to do it, for the most part within reason, which just about any time. And yeah, so no, I'd prefer this life over any other life, because living like this has made it so that I can do things and have things and do things that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise. I wouldn't be able to live life as a whole. Not just living life, but living life. You know, like y'all say living life is going to work and coming home. But you're just going to work to pay for a home that you're never at, except for just to sleep, to get up the next day to go back to the same job that you work. That makes no sense. That's not living life. If you're married and you're living that style, you don't even know who you're married to until you retire. And then when you get retired, well, number one, when you get retired, you're too old to do anything, or you will be soon. If not already, you will be. And then if you're married to somebody and both of y'all are retired, y'all don't know each other from Adam. So who is this person you're married to? All of a sudden, they've changed. They've grown a different way than you, because their job has made it so that they've grown differently. And if all y'all do is go home and share 8 hours together, 12 hours together, maybe 12 hours, and 8 hours of that is sleep, or 6 hours of that is sleep, 6 to 8 hours of that is sleep, how many hours a day are you really spending with this person that you are married to, who you used to know but probably don't know anymore? It's really sad when some people retire and then they get a divorce. Really sad. Because you thought you knew somebody and you didn't quite know them at all. But that's aside the point. That's what society says is normal, is for you to be involved in a situation that you can't control, or you shouldn't be able to control, so that you can continue to keep the higher ups higher up and the lower downs lower down, namely you. And that's that for that. And that's not how life is. That's not life. That's being a slave to a dollar. That's being a slave to stuff. That's being a slave to everything that everybody else is telling you you should be a slave to. When the reality is, it's not living. So with that being said, now that I've brought all of y'all down, I want you to take breath and just appreciate the moment that you're in. Just appreciate the moment you're in. Just stop whatever you're doing other than watching me. Or even watching me. Just stop. Just take a breath and enjoy the moment you're in. If you're in the snow right now, enjoy the snow hitting your skin. Feel the snow on you. Some people ain't lucky enough to feel the snow. If you're in the rain, if you're in the sun, if you're on a beach somewhere, feel whatever it is there. Feel the sand. Feel the sun. Feel the rain. Feel all of that. Just take it in. Because that is living life. That is living life. But anyway, I've gone way off in the left field with that one. I'm just rambling on, I guess. I don't know. I guess I'm just sharing what was on my mind and stuff. But Don't let nobody tell you you can't live this life, because you can. And it probably do you some good. Probably do you more good than it do you harm. And if not, you can always go back. You always go back. Never too late to go back. I just never will. I'll never go back. Not as long as I'm able to make this work. So I hope that your Valentine's Day weekend is going good, and that you have a Valentine's Day, a Valentine today. Whether you're renting your Valentine, whether you're buying your Valentine, because there's going to be an awful lot of people renting a Valentine and playing General Jousting tonight. Just saying. And so, yeah. Definitely hope this message is reaching you in great spirits. And if you haven't told somebody you love them today, please make sure that you tell somebody you love them today. This is the right day at the right time that you are seeing this video to do the right thing and tell somebody that you love them today. Valentine's Day even though it's not Christmas or Thanksgiving, it's a very difficult holiday for a lot of people. It's difficult for me for different reasons, mainly because my cousin, who's dead, his birthday is today. But for a lot of people, Valentine's Day is not something that they've shared with other people, or that they get to share with other people, or that they know, and then they see all kind of other people out enjoying themselves together, and they don't have nobody. So even though you might not be with the person that you tell that you love, just tell them you love them, because it's important. Because maybe they need to hear that, because it's Valentine's Day, and maybe it'd just be nice to hear somebody tell them that they care. You ain't got to tell them you love them, just tell them you care. You might save a life. A lot of people, a lot of lonely people out here, and a lot of times they'll have a way about them that says that they're not, or insinuates that they're not lonely, when the reality is they're so lonely they don't know what to do. So, just saying, tell somebody you love them today. Tell somebody you care. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, but this is Valentine's Day weekend, and go rent a pussy, or rent a Valentine's, or whatever you got to do to get by tonight, because a lot of y'all ain't gonna get by alone, and I know that. So make sure you tell somebody you care. And if you like the videos, like, subscribe. If you don't like the videos, like, subscribe anyway. Sometime in the near future, I'm gonna get up out of here and go south, I believe. I'll let y'all know where I'm headed, so if y'all want to meet up, we can meet up. But I believe it's going to be sometime this week or next week. I got to check with dialysis first and see what they're talking about, and then I can let you know where I'm headed. But it's happening. So, yeah, I'm just kind of sitting here waiting. But I will talk to y'all later. Goodbye.